everybody. Welcome to ABC Gluten Free. It's been a while. Right? It's been a while. We're glad you're joining us today because we have one very special, I guess you can call it a cookie. You call it a cookie? What did you call this, a cookie?
No.
What is it?
Fried dough.
Okay, alright. So today we're making Sophia's Strouffola. She always asks for these every Christmas, and this was something that my grandmother made, so I'm wearing my grandmother's apron today. Look, it's got a pocket on the side. How cute that is. But it goes all the way around, wraps all the way around your whole body. I guess that's the Italian way so you don't get dirty. But today we're going to be making Strouffola, and we're going to show you how to make them not only gluten-free, but soy-free, dairy-free, and egg-free. And a lot of the times, what's the matter?
Dairy-free.
Yeah. Yep, we're not using regular milk.
Oh, I knew.
You just assumed, didn't you?
What? There's no butter in this thing?
No. So today we're going to show you a very simple recipe, and we're going to get started because we want to be quick, to the point, and we want to let you go because it's Friday and we're frying and yay, right? And you guys know my helper Sophia, even though she hasn't been around for a while. Jeremiah is not feeling good, so he's not helping us today.
He's
so we're
sleeping.
On our own. Gluten-free grandma's here, ready to eat.
Sleeping.
Okay. Ready to eat, even though we don't have anything magnificent to eat today, but we'll be making something later. We also have our Christmas Scrooge production, I guess you can call it, today at church. If you guys are welcome to come at 7:30. Hot cocoa and cookies to be served also. Stop playing with that. And we're going to be having a bunch of different Christmas specials. We have Sunday is Charlie Brown, so if you want to come out and join us, it's 20 Robin Street, right?
Yeah.
You sure?
No.
You can see Sophia sing if you want to come and see Sophia sing, right?
You won't see me. I'll be here.
All right, so for our Strouffola, this is an old Italian fried little beautiful perfection, rolled in honey or covered in honey, and then jimmies.
Fried honey balls. That's
Fried honey balls, that's what it is. And what do you call this, gluten-free grandma?
Jimmy's.
She calls them jimmies. What do you call them?
I forget.
You call them jimmies.
Jimmy's.
You
shots.
guys call them sprinkles, shots.
Jimmy's.
The front of it says
Nonpareils.
Nonpareils. You want to show them the front of that and show them. Today we're using Badia and their gluten-free spices. Show Facebook also, honey. Thank you guys who's ever joining us today on Facebook Live and on live stream. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in. If you've been watching old episodes of the Christmas cookie craze, we appreciate that. And we hope that helped to give you the basics of baking cookies for Christmas, because with one dough you can do so many different things. But with this dough, we're only going to do one thing. So we're going to get on our Strouffola dough. So Sophia, you cannot do this right now. All right, so for the Strouffola dough, we're doing 1 cup of flour. Sophia, you ready?
Yeah.
1 cup of flour. You can do however many cups of flour that you would like. You just have to increase everything. Use your multiplication skills. And I actually do a pinch of salt, even though my grandmother didn't have that on her little cardboard piece of paper that she had written flour, eggs.
She never gets you the measurements.
Never measurements. You had to just either watch her, figure it out, or just good luck. Right, Mom? Good luck. So she had flour, eggs, baking powder, and what was the other thing? Milk. So, no. So instead of the eggs, we have 2 different choices for you. No, a little bit bigger. The more baking powder that you put in it, the fluffier that they'll be. So it's kind of like a biscuit dough in the sense of if you put more baking powder, they're going to blow up a little bit more. Go ahead, that's good. Yeah, put it all in. So we're using 1 tablespoon of baking powder for 1 cup of flour, right? And then we're going to be using, you did the salt. We're going to see which one. Right here we have a namaste egg, which is a type of a different flour blend with some water, and it kind of makes a egg-like substance. And then we have our chia seeds that have been sitting in milk, and I think this is our best option. But like Sophia said, she doesn't want to see the black specks in the Strouffola, so she might want to go with the namaste egg. What do you want to use? You want to do that one? So we have 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in 2 tablespoons of milk, and that's just going to be our egg substitute and also the milk. Alright, so we're going to need a little bit more milk. Put it in. Here, let me give you a little bit more milk and you can stir it up. Please, Sophia. I'm going to add a little bit more milk in there, like 1 more tablespoon. Sophia can stir that up. Now, this will be the reinvented version of the Strouffola because when you can't have eggs, well, if you can have eggs, you're going to add 1 egg per cup of flour. Now, if they're small eggs, you're going to want to do 2. If you can, if you can only have egg yolks, then you're going to want to do 2 to 3 egg yolks. And if you can only have whites, I feel bad for you, but you would have to do 2 egg whites. That's going to make a really fluffy batter. So you're going to want to offset that with maybe some sugar, okay? So as you notice, we're not putting any sugar in the dough because we're going to be coating them in honey.
Honey!
So little fried honey balls.
What kind
We
of
need
honey? A squirt?
yeah, a squirt of
Squirt.
vanilla. So it's about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Now right here I have some orange zest, which is a really nice addition to the Strouffola. But we're going to keep that out for this one because we're doing enough with the chia seeds. So we don't want to change it up too much. Alright, Sophia's going to stir that. Don't play with it, just stir it. And we have our just can of good old sparkling water, seltzer water. If you wanted to substitute alcohol in this instance, you can do vermouth, a white wine. You could do a champagne. You could do a, what's the other one? Anisette. You could make it anisette flavored. What's the other one I'm trying to think of? Oh, Prosecco. You can do a Prosecco if you wanted to, instead of doing the seltzer, alright?
Can I use my hand?
Not yet. Alright, so I'm going to give Sophia about 3/4 cup of liquid. The liquid is your choice. So she's going to just add that into the flour. It's really simple. It takes like 3 seconds. And you can make the dough and have it in the refrigerator, and then you could just get it ready to fry the day of or the day before because you want the Strouffola to cool so that you can coat it in the honey. Alright, we need a little bit more flour in that. I think because we had the milk liquid from the... So we're going to do about 1.5 cups of flour because we had a little bit more liquid in the chia. That we had the milk in there. So in our last batch we did, you can write this down if you want, we did 1 cup of flour, we did 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 3/4 cup of seltzer, and a pinch of salt. And was that it? Oh, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and that was it. This one we're doing a little bit different because we want to kind of try to see what we like the best. Yeah, do you want cinnamon in this one or no? Want to try it without? Okay. So when we fry up the dough, we have it at 375 degrees. We have our nice non-GMO sunflower oil. So for all of you out there that are, you don't like the fryer and you have comments about the fryer, at least we're using good oil. Non-GMO sunflower oil from US Foods. And it actually really fries up nice. We like fried food, we eat fried food, and we're going to continue to eat fried food. So if you don't want anything fried, you might want to turn it off now because Strouffola is fried. You can do it in a pan, on the stove. You could try to air fry it, yep. So now we're going to get the plastic wrap. So if you get the plastic wrap, we're going to kind of cover our space right here. This is a really nice soft dough. I think you guys are going to like this, even just to play with it. It's really nice.
Yes. Fun to
And
play with.
if it gets a little bit too wet, you can add a little bit of flour, but you don't want to add too much because those flour pockets will burst in the fryer. So you don't want to do that. Alright, so we have plastic wrap. Honey, okay, let go. No, put it down on the counter so it sticks. There we go. Now cut it. Alright, so we always like to cover our counter with plastic wrap when we're doing gluten-free because it's just a lot easier. It helps us to lift it off. It helps us to keep our counter kind of clean anyway.
Me too.
Just wait 1 second, I'm going to just kind of show. Alright, so we're just going to take a piece of the dough and roll it. And then I'm going to let Sophia roll it into a nice rope, but you have to be careful that the plastic wrap doesn't move around. That the plastic wrap doesn't move around like you're doing right now. So go from bottom to top. So she's going to make a nice long rope. Now this is kind of where you have liberty to do what you like.
Cauliflower.
No, we don't want flour on it. It's okay. It's better sticky than dry. If you have, if you want big Strouffola, like snowball size or maybe gumball size, then you want to cut them larger.
No.
If you want small ones, I like small little pillows, like those pillow candies, like the peppermint pillow candies. I like those. Small little size ones, then you can cut them smaller. Now, when Sophia's rolling it out, let me just do this for a second. Stop. You just want to kind of go back and forth and just really maybe even take a smaller piece so you don't have so much to deal with. I'm going to go this way. So before I was holding it and doing it at the same time. Hold on one second. So I've got a nice little rope here. And yes, you can see the chia seeds in it. So gluten-free grandma wouldn't like that, but we do. Because we don't have any eggs in there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, excuse me one second, honey. We're just going to take a knife and we're going to cut small, almost like you're making gnocchi. If you remember the show that we did, gnocchi bolognese. It's like making gnocchi. Just cut the dough. You want to try to keep them all around the same size because they'll cook differently and you want them to cook all the same. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fryer basket. I'm going to toss them in here. Some people toss them in flour before. I don't like to do that because I feel like they get too dry. And then you get those pockets that burst. I don't like that. And if they're sticking together, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so I'm just going to toss these right into the basket. Now, obviously, you want to fry with a lot more in the basket. But just to show you what it's like, you want to get this done. Okay, those are bigger, so I'll wait. I'm going to actually put the top on because between the seltzer and possibly some flour in the pockets, we might get a little bit of popping. But I'm going to just shake the basket to make sure. Those look good. So gluten-free grandma, what do you have to say about Strouffola? Nothing? Are we doing it right? She said no. Thumbs down. Why thumbs down? How come?
Those seeds in there.
Oh, she doesn't like the chia seeds, but that's okay because you don't have to eat them. We'll give you the other ones. We made a plain batch that's in the refrigerator that will have, actually we'll show you towards the end. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this in the fridge. It's really best to let it go in the fridge and harden up a little bit. Sophia, you can put this in the fridge. Ooh, you hear? Can you hear that? It's like popcorn. Mm-hmm. Whoa! See, if I didn't have the cover on, I would be in dangerous territory right now. So
we're an endangered species.
So we want to stay away from that. Woo!
That's funny.
A little dangerous. All right, you're gonna put this in the fridge with a plastic wrap. And then you don't have to cut anymore because we've already showed them how to do that.
I just started now.
Now you want to finish. All right. So when we first started the show, I remember Sophia was like so little, and she used to say the Strouffola, they're still too big, and you used to roll your R. Can you still do that? Strouffola. That's very good. Yaya would be proud. You got to say it to Yaya. Yeah, say it to Yaya. No, you can't do it. Say it.
Well, you pressurized me.
I pressurized you. Strouffola. That was good. You have to have a cup of coffee and Strouffola, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when we eat them on Christmas, we eat them Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
Both, but we don't usually have enough to do that, both. So, you have to have a nice cup of coffee or black espresso.
And stuff them in your face.
What did you just say?
And you stuff them in your face.
Now, we used to just try to be good and take one at a time and just eat one at a time.
Nope, I never tried to do that. I never tried to do that.
You just end up eating all of them.
I tried to do that.
Alright, these are not done yet. I had one that was sticking to the bottom. Almost done. So what I'm going to do is, Sophia's going to wrap this in plastic, put this in the fridge. Oh, don't stick it to the stick. And we're going to leave these here. Because we'll finish up this later.
Feels like slime.
Feels like slime? That's not good.
I'm just kidding.
We don't want slime Strouffola. We just want Sophia's Strouffola.
Mama, we
yeah.
do this one?
Yeah, we can show them that one. So this is the plain one that we made. Yeah, we could do those. This is the plain one that we made, and this is, can I show them first before you start rolling it out? And I don't want it all together. So this is a plain dough that we made with just what I told you before, the flour, the psyllium husk, the baking powder, and what else did I say? Vanilla, and this one has a little bit of cinnamon in it. So when we rolled this one out, we actually made some already. They came out very nice. But the other thing that you can do with these is gluten-free. Grandma's saying we need to make rosettes. So what you do is you take a piece of the dough, kind of just roll it between your hands like this, almost like a meatball, except flatten it, not cupping it. Right, gluten-free, Grandma?
I think she rolled it out and cut it and made strips and then pinched them together.
Oh, she rolled it and cut it. Oh, we're not going to do that. Maybe we'll do that later.
I'm doing it.
So let me check on these because, okay, these are all done. You just want them to be nice cooked, a little light golden, not too dark. And that depends on your oil. If your oil is brand new like ours, they'll be really super light, but they'll be cooked. If your oil is a little older or a little bit, maybe it's peanut oil or something else, it'll maybe be a darker color. All right. So they fell right through. Okay, so when the Strouffola is done, Sophia, could we hold off on that, please? Because I would like to finish the Strouffola so that we can let them go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wrap this up for now, but that's the plain Strouffola dough, which is really beautiful, very nice and soft, really simple to make. You can see how we made it in like 5 minutes, right? We're just going to move this over a little bit. Okay, just leave this here. Bring the Strouffola over. So now comes the fun part because we have the Strouffola that's already made. Put that down. Thanks, baby. Grab the Strouffola. Just leave it right here.
Oh, this?
Yep. And the dish, please. So this is the Strouffola that we already made. So you can see it's just little. Why don't you go up closer and show them, both cameras, which is which. So we've got the already. Want to hold one up so they can see how small ours are. We've got a little ball of Strouffola. Go ahead, Sophia. Put it in my mouth. No, I meant right there. We've got a little balls. They're little pillows. So we've got the Strouffola. Grab a spoon. What we're going to do is we're going to drizzle them with honey, and then we're going to add the jimmies. Now we've got very special honey here from Heidi's farm. From Heidi's honey.
Heidi's beehive.
Heidi's beehive. That sounds funny, right? Alright, so I'll do the honey and you do the jimmies. So we're going to just drizzle some of the honey on the top.
A lot of honey. Do a lot.
This is the best part. I think, anyway.
No.
I think Pooh Bear would probably love these. This might be his favorite snack for Christmas. And we'd like to leave some of these for Santa, but we know Santa doesn't like them.
Can you do some more?
No. Alright, so I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Add honey, okay? And then once we get them coated in honey, you could even warm up the honey if you wanted to, but I don't like to warm it up because it takes away from the properties of the honey that are all good for you.
There.
Yep, and we're going to put them right on here, and then Sophia's going to sprinkle them with those beautiful jimmies.
Jubies.
Go ahead, Sophia, sprinkle them
Eat the
all
ones
up.
in the cap first.
The best part about these is get little sticky fingers left. That's enough. There we go.
Can you have these?
So now, yep, now we get to taste them. You ready?
Do we just?
Taste them. Yep, I bought them. Mmm. 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 What do you think? Delicious? We're going to have to give some to gluten-free grandma. Gluten-free grandma. Okay, stop. I'm going to take a picture. So, this is very simple. Sophia's Strouffola. What do you think? Thumbs up? No more. You gotta wait.
No.
So what do you have to say to everybody that's watching, and if they want to make Strouffola? Can they do it?
Mhm.
How hard is this?
Not hard.
How old are you?
13.
She's 13. She can make them. I'm sure that you guys can make them together. Maybe you have an air fryer. Try it in there. Let us know. Post some pictures or some comments on the bottom. We would love to hear it. We do not have an air fryer. We're not against it. We just don't have one. So if you guys made Strouffola in your air fryer or fried them in the oil or on the stove, we'd love to see what you have done and show us what you made. Stop eating them. All right, guys, that's it for today. That is it. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Sophia, for your help. Stop eating Strouffola.
I can't.
You can't stop. She can't stop eating them, so you know they must be really super, super yummy. Thank you for helping. Thank you to Gluten Free Grandma for helping and always cleaning up our mess. And we gotta do the cards. Go put them over there. Alright, so thank you to our, what does that say, Free Grandma?
Pantry partners and fridge friends.
Oh, thank you to our pantry partners and fridge friends.
Hair by Satiny, makeup by Artistry.
Oh yes, I have my new Kajal liner on. Oh yeah, love that. Right, Sophia?
Aprons by REM Designs.
Except for this one, it's not. Oh,
And
that
this
one's
one.
not either. Whoopsie.
Follow us on Livestream, Instagram, Twitter,
Don't bother.
Facebook. ABC Gluten Free is a production of American Bods.
Thank you guys. Have a Merry Christmas and God bless.
Bye.
Ciao. You want to turn the
I
camera
do
off?
it.
Or I have to
I
turn the
do it.
camera off. I gotta put the camera on, turn the camera off. Now I can see Strouffola. You gotta shut it down. There you go. Good job, Sophia.